That's unfortunate.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Chapter 4 of Binding Blade Hard Mode. Joining me, we have RNG Gumi.
I'm back, and Zephyr's gonna pay for Hector.
We've got Dartwich Fanboy.
Hey, how's it going?
We've got Unholy Screaming.
Hi.
And we've got Paper Mariotti Fan 1, who you all remember placed the bet with me to make Sophia good.
This seems oddly familiar, like 4 years ago, don't you think?
Yeah.
Mr. Crash X5. Oh wait, sorry, that's not the name anymore.
Yeah, we don't talk about that. No, but in all seriousness, so yeah, we're on Chapter 4 now, which some people remember from Blazing Sword was actually, ironic enough, Eliwood's 4th chapter. Oh, the irony.
Like father, like son.
Yeah, so yeah, we're just going through this again, same thing. We've got to rescue Clarine, who is being offered up to Narcian, who kind of hints that he's going to sexually assault her, so ugh. But in terms of difficulty, ladies and gentlemen, right now, this was the hardest chapter I had to deal with in Binding Blade Hard Mode. It's not the hardest in terms of design, but I had the worst time because the only real good units I had were Deke and Marcus, whereas like, Chapter 7, I at least had, more leveled up units. Chapter 14, I had Milady, and that speaks for itself. But this one,
you have nothing.
Yeah, here I had next to nothing. It's like, it's not only that, but in hard mode, they have nomads in this chapter, and they start with like 11 speed. And I'm just like,
that sucks.
Fuck.
Yeah, that is one of the worst.
That's faster than Marcus.
Can everyone hear me fine? Like, is my voice cutting out or anything like that?
No, it's absolutely
It's not
fine.
cutting out for me.
Absolutely fine on my end.
Yeah, it's all good. Yeah, so obviously Clarine's like, oh, you lowborn scum. I've seen you in Fire Emblem Heroes, you're trash.
Yeah.
Yeah, so are you.
It's funny, he
I
was
can't wait to kill you in how many chapters?
Yeah, it's funny because he was the first Grand Hero battle.
Yeah, he was.
And now he has his refund.
Yeah,
I don't know why,
but
but I've always just like this guy for some reason.
Well, Narcian is one of those villains you love to hate. He's just so evil and despicable, but that's why you want to, that's why you love him.
Yeah, you want to kill
I
him.
don't know, but I kind of like Volter a bit more because he's like a bit more crazy, I guess is the right word.
Volt is definitely creepier and is more of a threat. Narcian is just a scumbag. And, look at all these fucking units I got to deal with. Also, yeah, and remember, Cavs in Fire Emblem Binding Blade Hard Mode had like fucking, like they have. It's 9 speed, but that's the same as Marcus. They have, like 29 HP, and my average damage is about 8, and I'm not doubling them. So yeah. Ugh.
Well, at least you have one night.
What the fuck is Balls gonna do?
He was taken from javelins back in the previous chapter.
Pardon?
I was just talking to them. See, how much damage Balls was taking in the previous chapter from javelins alone?
Oh god. Yeah, I mean, Balls can definitely do that, but in this one's just, it's like, to be fair, we did get the Halberd in the last chapter, and that's going to be extremely useful. That can, one-shot some of these classes. It's just, my god.
If I remember correctly, in Binding Blade specifically, nomads are not actually affected by the double effectiveness of rapiers and halberds.
That is true, they're not. So I can get rid of the calves, but not the nomads.
Make them think that, seriously, they're horseback units. Why not give them that weakness?
Because, it's like, you know what, Sakea hard mode isn't hard enough. Let's make them not weak to those weapons. Because, again,
I don't understand why, even when they're promoted, they're also not affected. Because I thought it would just be a thing for vocabs to have them nullify effectiveness damage.
In Blazing Sword, they do add in the rapier being rapier halberds and all the other weapons that are effective against cavalry. They give that to the nomads in that one, as I've destroyed a couple of them with Eliwood.
Yeah, again, well, thank God they do, just because it makes it easier to deal with. Because, nomads are really great in this game, but fighting them, no way. Especially in freaking Sakea. Again, that's why everyone hates Sakea hard mode, because trying to deal with them is annoying, because they've got such, especially combined with this game's shitty hit rates. But this is actually one of the chapters where Roy's quite useful because he has a rapier, so, triple damage. Yeah, he's not very strong.
You have one.
Yeah.
But hit rates, do you mean the turbo RNG, or everyone just has a low hit rate?
See, look at this. Even with a javelin, this cav is stronger than Marcus. Look at that. It's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, that's totally fine.
Yeah, that's hard mode for you. Again, Binding Blade hard mode is great later on when you have competent units. Before then, it's just a massive pain in the ass. Because again, the game is not adjusted with the game already had shit balancing on normal mode, so in hard mode it just brings it out in full force.
Oh
Makes
boy.
the bad units all the more
5
terrible.
damage.
Yeah, I mean, at the very least, the Nomads don't have that much HP, but, point still stands.
I think I've been playing too much Mystery of the Emblem recently because in that game, obviously, you can dismount. So I feel like saying, why aren't you dismounting Shanna? Why are you not dismounting Princess so that?
Yeah, it's like oh wait, Fire Emblem 6. Dismount is a thing.
You can dismount units in New
Some
Mystery?
people also use
because
of 3 houses.
Yeah, New Mystery, you could dismount units. Or mounted
I thought
units.
that was only in 3 houses that was introduced.
Oh no, that's been around for a while.
You can join the Super
Yeah,
Nintendo
3
game,
houses is like one of the more recent returns for it.
Yeah, it's the same way. You know what made me laugh so hard? People were like, oh my god, I love Kanto so much. Why wasn't that in the older Fire Emblem games? It's like, oh, it's been in 2 generations.
Yeah, you can
Well, it's
dismount
technically in the GBA games, you know.
Nintendo games
Sort
too, I
of,
think.
Somewhat.
Well, in a sense, but not exactly. It was only Kanto when you used like
Like
rescue
with
and
the rescue
items.
and all that.
People are like, oh, Kanto after attacking, hell yeah. So yeah, with this one, I just had to get I was so fortunate with the hit rates, because again, if you missed a shot in this, you're kind of fucked, so you just have to really be lucky. Oh my god, Ellen actually got magic.
So got really pray.
Yeah.
Got magic this time, unlike last one.
Oh yeah, unlike the last time. So yeah, this one you just got to really... The main trick I find is bring the calves close and then just go nuts. You've really got to be aggressive in this map once the calves have been baited out. And yeah, that's the thing. Remember, Marcus, you can use an axe. I keep forgetting that. It's because I'm so used to, paladins using just swords and lances.
That's the about paladins back in FE6 and 7 being used to them using axes when they're not used to using them in other games.
Paladins again in 3 houses.
Yeah, well, in 3 houses they can use everything. They can use bows, they can use axes, they can use lances. The only thing they can't use is gauntlets. That'd be hilarious.
Out of curiosity, does anyone else just restrict yourselves to the weapons of that class? Like, for instance, Cavaliers can use swords and lances, and I just have them use swords and lances. I don't let them use anything else. Am I the one who probably does that?
Well, I imagine some people do just because that's what you're used to.
I mean, the only exception...
just weird seeing a Cavalier wield an axe that just doesn't look right to me.
Yeah, I keep forgetting that.
Unless you play the Talios game. And time to drink.
Yep, there we go. Yeah, I brought it back.
The edit appeared.
Yeah, now I brought a copy of my own back.
I think in 3 houses, I've been sticking to what the class's weapon should be. Besides Leone, who have been furiously using with a bow even when she's a Pegasus Knight. It's like, yeah, there's that Pegasus Knight. Just snipe that out the blue. That'll do.
Yeah, I mean it's hilarious when it's like. Pardon, what'd you say?
Did you ever try using Leone as a Wyvern Rider? Because she's really good.
Oh, well, I know Leone is one of the best units in the Golden Deer, and Wyvern Rider is the best class in 3 houses. I haven't yet, because obviously I haven't played Golden Deer, but as long as you're not a magic-focused class, just about anyone going Wyvern Rider will be good, just because it's the best class in the game.
I think at the moment I've just done a couple of chapters in time skip because I've been... I've actually been distracted by Shining Force 2, an amazing strategy RPG for the Mega Drive. I recommend everybody play that.
Oh yeah, I remember you mentioned you're quite the fan of the Shining Force series, and I've heard they are good. They just kind of overlooked RPGs because that was RPGs was more of the SNES's forte at the time.
I mean, the Mega Drive has some really, really good RPGs, and
Yeah, definitely.
That's because I'm a Mega Drive nut, so...
Yeah, so obviously you know about them.
Yeah,
so yeah, every console, again, you'll be surprised what, games are on, overlooked games on certain consoles, because again, at the time, SNES games, when you thought RPGs in the 16-bit era, you thought SNES, Final Fantasy, Chrono Trigger, Secret of Mana, and stuff like that. So obviously, it's understandable that Shining Force gets overlooked. Unfortunate, but understandable. I mean, to be fair, it's kind of like the Wii. Everyone thought good RPGs didn't exist in the Wii. It's like well, Xenoblade Chronicles is a thing, and so is Lost Story. So now we've got pirates to deal with.
Weird thing, people just saying that.
Oh no.
It's maybe a weird thing to say, but I love the class description they had in Sacred Stones.
Well, when you do the thing.
Yeah, well, you check for info on their class, and it says pirates. Is tough brawlers who call the sea their home, and I just thought that sounded cool for them.
Well, because they do. They're one of the classes, the foot classes that can go across water, even though water's not really a big thing in this game, but, it's something.
And I'm just talking about, the description they got, for their class.
Yeah, also, I love how, everyone just made a fortress around Korea. It's like, don't let anyone hit this woman. We need to rescue her.
She'll just die in one hit.
Yeah, I mean...
We must protect her.
Well, to be fair, yeah, she's like she's one of the best staff users starting out, but in this game, because again, different team comp, I actually am going to use Saul because he's technically better than Ellen just because better staff rank and better growth spread, even though he's a kind of nasty character.
What makes his growth spread better?
I think he's got higher magic and speed.
So he's somewhat better in gameplay, but his character, that's the bad thing about him.
Yeah, but when it comes to hard mode, I'm willing to look past that just so I can fucking survive.
I mean, let's be honest.
It's better to survive having to put up with units you may not like than having to use units you like while risking death.
Yeah, I mean, as much as I like certain units, it's like, as much as I like you, this is Binding Blade hard mode. They're not very lenient towards bad units. Hey. So obviously...
You're doing pretty well.
I am, but again, a lot of it is me drawing the units in. Again, you have no idea how many times I had to restart and retry things. Because again, with a lot of the hits, I had to get really lucky. Because one of the reasons I was able to get through is the fact that Marcus crit that Nomad. I was like, oh my fucking god, thank you. But also here,
when you said the hit rate is terrible, a lot of these hits rates are under 70. Wow.
Yeah, but then again, that's the thing. Binding Blade has low hit rates in general. And that's what makes it so annoying. Paired with the questionable RNG, most of the time you just miss.
Well, I made it up to chapter 13 before I quit it.
Well, no.
I didn't know the hit rates were this bad in this game.
Yeah.
And then Archer is actually damaged at night. Wow.
Yeah, again, the enemies are strong in this game. They are strong.
This is hard mode.
Yeah, this is, again, it's like, what do you think was going to happen? Oh yeah, definitely does. Just for an international release, because again, lots of people play Smash Bros. Lots of people know Roy. They'll buy it.
Yeah, he's our boy. They deserve to play his game.
Yeah, whether or not they like it, that's up to them.
Yeah, and then they'll find out Roy is a terrible character.
Yeah. It's like, wow, Smash Bros. Lied to us.
Let's just hope they'll make him a better unit and let him promote earlier. Jeez.
Oh yeah, promote earlier, definitely. I mean, he's not the worst Lord out there. I mean, he's better than Lin, but it's just one of those.
Yeah.
He is the worst Lord, objectively, the worst Lord of all in the entire series.
I think that is, objectively, Lin is the worst Lord. It's either her, well, Roy's not, but I think Effie, Shadow Dragon Marth is also really bad.
Yeah.
Because he can't promote, right?
Well, yeah, that, and I just don't think the game favors him at all.
You want to know what's sad? Is that Fire Emblem Warriors, a spin-off game, is the only game where he can actually promote.
Yeah.
I mean, Shadow Dragon just isn't balanced in general.
True. It's interesting because of how it works. Instead of being very level dependent, it's much more whatchamacallit. It's way more weapon dependent, like forging. Is really thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can forge weapons in that game?
What?
In Shadow Dragon.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. Master Shadow Dragon. That's the game that starred him.
Yeah. Shadow Dragon is the FE1 remake.
Yeah.
It feels weird seeing forging when you're not used to it.
Yeah, well, that's the thing with Shadow Dragon. It's just like you forge the fuck out of that weapon. It's like in Path of Radiance Lunatic. If you don't forge, you're literally fucked. You cannot. So yeah, we got Rutger on our side, and well, again, his hard mode bonuses.
Brother.
15 speed, 8 strength, killing edge. Yes.
AKA Mr. Over 100% crit rate by end game.
Somehow.
Well, he's starting off strong.
And there goes another one. Yeah, this doesn't count because remember, it's non-killer crit count. This is a killer weapon, so it doesn't count. It's like, wow, you got a critical hit with a killer weapon. Yeah, that's kind of the point.
Yeah, but still
until he becomes the Swordmaster.
Don't. Okay, don't. Yeah,
not there yet.
Yeah, but level up for a lot. Yeah, 8 speed and strength.
Speed.
Yeah, I'll fucking take that.
Decent.
Yeah, again, definitely. That's another thing. If you get RNG blessed early on, it really helps. That's why, again, I'm like never going to do a 0% run of this game. It's like I need those level ups, man. I need them. Paper Mario, you're back. Sorry.
Houses for so long. It's so weird seeing your units do so little damage.
Yeah, because Three Houses really goes nuts with like how powerful both you and enemies can be, and I like that about the game.
Yeah.
Well, just
doing a current one where I'm going to use everybody in the game.
Power levels as well.
Well, yeah, but Tellius also had the 3rd tier promotions, which was yeesh. That was nuts.
I really hope they'll bring that back. Somehow, anyway.
I hope so too. Well, no, to be fair, they kind of did with
Or
Free
at the
Houses.
very
with
least,
Master...
bring back the Halberdier class. Just bring it back. Oh my god, you had the perfect opportunity in 3 Houses. Why didn't you do it for that game?
Technically, 3 Houses has it, but
Yeah, I mean, it has Soldier, but it doesn't have
Sorry,
Halberdier.
my internet completely crashed out. I am so sorry about that. That's why I went very silent.
That's absolutely fine. That's absolutely fine. Again, no, it happens. But we're good to have you back. But yeah, like again,
so many units that would make for good Halberdiers like Leone, Bernadetta.
well,
Sylvain,
anyone who
Lawrence.
works well with a lance, stuff like that. It would have been cool, but and going back to the point, they do kind of bring back third tiers in Free Houses as master classes. The only problem is some of the master classes are worse than the actual advanced classes, like Great Knight.
I mean, most of them kind of suck.
I think like 4 of them are mounted units, like Dark Knight, Great Knight, Bow Knight, Holy Knight.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, Holy and Great
You want
Knight.
to know what makes Holy Knight even worse than it is?
What?
If you were to swap out White Tome with White Heal Magic plus 10, it would be way better.
I mean, it varies again, because
There's only like 3 damaging white spells in the game: Nosferatu, Abraxas, and Seraphim.
True. I mean, Holy Knight is a bit more. Yeah, Holy Knight is a bit more versatile overall, especially with like movement and stuff. And like Marianne actually really benefits from it because she's one of the ones where if you run like mount and you run physical weapons, you can still do a lot thanks to Soul Blade. So being a Holy Knight for Marianne really works. But I see what you mean. Yeah, there's not as much utility there because they have access to just less spell ammo.
Yeah, I consider making Mercedes one, but then I thought, like, why would I do that?
I see the BS up 85% higher hit rate.
Yeah. So sorry. So yeah.
On foot master classes.
So sorry, I was so the whole RNG bullshit thing. That's for whenever myself or a unit miss 80% hit rate. That's 80 or higher hit rate, or we land a 20% or lower. Because it was an 85 and a miss, it was RNG bullshit. We're going to see it quite a bit in this playthrough. But yeah, so like some master, again, Dark Knight's really cool, Holy Knight has its uses, but like the only master classes which are really substantial are things like, oh, there goes the crit again. It's like Gremory is actually really good, and Wyvern Lord.
Falcon Knights.
Yeah, and Falcon
Wyvern
Knight.
Lord.
Yeah, those are really good, but other ones like Great Knight, unless you run the Knight pathway, is a straight downgrade from Paladin.
Yeah, Great Knight's kind of...
I did do a run where I made Sylvain an Armor Knight, then a Great Knight, so he did pretty well in that.
Yeah, again, if you do the armor first and then go Great Knight,
funny?
then it's great, so to speak. Yeah, you were saying?
I did like a second Silver Snow run, and Leone was a Paladin, and our defense was around like 31, and Ferdinand was a Great Knight, and his defense was like around, I think, maybe 28 or 29.
Leone's like, it's like, Ferdinand, you have this backwards.
I mean, Ferdinand...
I was like, I should have made her a Great Knight. She would have been even more bulky.
Yeah, all the bulk.
But then again, she did have the speed and did do pretty well the second time around.
Yeah, you want to keep that speed.
Ferdinand really isn't that good of a unit.
On the subject of Silver Stone, want to know what my first turn count for that map was?
What?
It was 30. It took me 30 turns to defeat that first time around.
Oh,
Second
God.
time around, it only took me 18, which was a big improvement.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's the thing.
Like,
bad units in Free Houses aren't really a thing just because the game is really well balanced, but Ferdinand isn't as substantial. He's kind of like in the same vein as Lorenz and Sylvain, where they're just very balanced, very solid across the board, but they're not in the same vein as like Leone or Lysithea. Well, no one's in the vein of Lysithea when it comes to magic.
I usually replace Ferdinand whenever I can.
Death Knight, more like the Dead Knight.
Yeah, Dead Knight.
Oh.
And then, Angelic Robe. Need it at this point of the game. Oh yeah, here comes the Cavs from the back, so now we've got to deal with them.
Does Violent Blade have same turn reinforcements like
ambush
they
spawn
in the enemy phase and can move again?
Yep, it's got ambush spawn, and I fucking hate it. I've always hated ambush spawn. Well, Free Houses does it, but I think Free Houses is more to do with, it's often proximity based. So
what the heck? That was so BS. 26 hits.
Yeah, it didn't count. Yeah, it didn't. It wasn't under 20%, so I didn't count it. But it's still BS. But it's
Wait, you guys want to know what my most bullshit moment in all of Fire Emblem was?
What?
I was playing Conquest, the second chapter, I think it was like the chapter where you fight all the Facelesses in the forest.
Yeah.
You know that chapter?
Yeah.
I had only Silas left because I was playing a casual and everyone else retreated, and there was only one Faceless left. I sent him to attack. He had a 95% hit rate. Want to know what happened?
What? He missed.
He died, and it cost me the entire chapter.
That is some bullshit. That is.
Yeah,
what made me?
Are you kidding me?
Oh yeah, well it's better than missing than getting crit.
Oh God.
Oh my gosh, I still remember that to this very day.
The thing that made me hate the Faceless in Fates was the lava map in Birthright, because I was playing on the hard mode, like classic.
Yeah.
And no matter what I did, they always seemed to kill every single unit.
Oh, for me, what made me
so hate, like,
what made me hate the fastest in my first run of Conquest is the Eternal Stairway, just because they all have savage fucking blow.
Oh yeah, that map sucked.
Yeah. Well, actually,
especially since they have Void Curse.
There is a much easier way to deal with it. To deal with that map, it's literally fly up as fast as you can and just use the veins so they literally get stuck and just run straight through all of them.
Yeah, wasn't that an escape?
Yeah, it was an escape map, and it makes sense. It's just annoying to deal with the Faceless. Oh yeah, Wade gets level up.
I really wish future games will do different objectives like escape and all that.
Yeah, I wish this. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, this game is designed around season maps, but the fact that every map is season, I'm like, come on, you could have a bit more variety in your objectives.
Yeah, plus on that chapter, there's really no reason to
usually
keep fighting
defeat the enemy,
they eventually get that skill that gives you experience.
Stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I do appreciate maps that have varied objectives. Oh, I leveled up again.
Imagine if you can miss healing, that'd be total crap.
I swear you can in Thracia.
Wait,
yes,
you can seriously miss healing?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You can double heal because of it.
Well, that's the thing. In Thracia, there's no... I think it doesn't go past 99 for hit rates.
It doesn't go below 1 for hit rates
there's
either.
a 1% chance you can miss your heal.
Yes.
Yep.
I'd definitely like to see someone's reaction to that.
Yeah, it's just one of those things. It's like, stand still while I heal you. Oops, I dropped the staff.
Whoops, the staff broke.
Yeah, so that's another thing in I really, if
you just drop it and it breaks.
If you're playing this game on hard mode, for the love of God, I can't stress enough. Stick together. Just stick your units together because you're going to need them all to just take down thing. It's very rare that you can have one unit just solo all of them. You need to keep the units together so that you can kind of dogpile the enemies and make sure you kill them. Because if you don't, they're just going to overwhelm you, and it's not pleasant. I'll tell you that much.
So basically, safety in numbers.
Safety in numbers, definitely.
Safety in numbers.
If I remember correctly, Chad gets a really good level up. Yep.
Yep.
Damn.
It's a shame. Wouldn't it be amazing if he could promote?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, stop.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, too bad.
Make the promote.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, in this run, because I used Chad last time, I actually go with Astor, who is technically better, but, it's still just nice level to have. Just still, make the promote, give Calf the actual thief, what do you call it?
It's not Astor anymore, it's Astolfo, officially.
Oh, okay, yeah, it's just because I'm used to the original translation patch.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, they're all official names now.
So it won't swap between Burn and Byron.
Yeah, it's how Wendy is now Gwendolyn.
Yeah.
And Tate is now Thea.
Yeah, thanks, heroes.
Hey,
At least we don't have the game going randomly and
Italian.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was so fucking
the
weird.
south of Kaelin, it just in time wait, what?
It's like what the actual. Oh yeah, finally.
Oh my god. But
Yeah.
God, what about like
Oh, this is gonna be good.
to Thracia with the recent
Okay, no, never mind.
Thracia and EV4 banners with like Meath being the name something for some reason.
Yeah, again, it's one of those weird things because of the translation. Some of the names weren't 100% accurate, so when you actually see what the names are, it's like, what? Who the fuck is this character? HP and luck. Again, I would
not something other than HP for one.
I mean, to be fair, I would be disappointed, but this is Marcus. I should be happy to get more than one.
Yeah.
So yeah, the worst chapter I dealt with is over. Yeesh.
Yeah.
I mean, again, it's not the worst in terms of design. I must stress that. It's no way the worst in terms of design. I just had the worst fucking time. It took me 2.5 hours to get through it.
How long did chapter 14 take you?
How long
And then condensed in 24
How long
minutes.
did chapter 14 take you?
Honestly, I think only about an hour and 10 minutes. Because again, chapter 14 is not that bad in Binding Blade hard mode. Because the thing is, it's still the same design and harder. But because the game is harder as a whole, it feels more in line. Whereas in normal mode, it's like a massive difficulty spike.
Yeah.
Plus, if you know how to plan around it, it's not too bad.
Idea.
Yeah, if you know how to plan around it, it's not too bad. Just have the sword units take the south, have the magic units assist the flyers, and you're good. It's still, I still wouldn't call it a good map, but I don't think it's the worst thing out there. But for the first time player,
playing before I reached that chapter, otherwise I would have probably lost my mind.
Yeah, but for the first time player, especially for those who I don't know, who again, like using certain classes and maybe don't know what's coming up, it can be the worst beginner's trap in the world. Like, honest to God.
Doesn't have duration fog, though.
Like the wyverns coming out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Just like, it's like, I've been training up, my cavaliers, they're so good. Yeah, they're fucking useless in this map.
The same map. What do you
Not
think?
to mention that you have a fourth deployment of a cav unit.
Oh, yeah, one of the worst. Arguably the worst in the game, which I still managed to make good, thank you.
Somehow.
And we all know how. Again, make a stupid bet and watch how it blows up in your face.
Yes.
I mean, that's why don't make stupid bets.
Kill.
You know you can't win.
Yep.
Equals 10.
Okay, so thank you all very much for tuning in, and thank you all for the co-commentators for joining me. It was a wonderful, wonderful session.
Mm-hmm.
I had a lot of fun with this.
It was great when my internet didn't die.
Hey, at least you were on for a good chunk of it. So next time we meet, we're going.
It never worked when you wanted to.
Yeah. So next time we meet, we're going into chapter 5. We're going to just loop around, deal with the village. We don't get anyone new, but we get to see Saul and Thea. Sorry, not Thea. Saul and Dorothy. Yeah. So it's just just getting through the map and dealing with lots and lots and lots of respawn units. But we do get Gantz Lance, and that makes Shana useful.
Yeah.
Boy.
So until then, thank you all very much for watching. We'll see you all next time. Take care, stay safe, and good night, everybody.